Yo, Ichu, how you doing, guys? So, in this video, we're gonna talk about a little personal topic, which is basically depression that I a lot of time face, and I do have some things that I use to get rid of depression. Depression is a state in your life whenever you lose interest in everything around you, like in this life. Like we don't know basically what's our motive is. There is still the depression that's common in our generation now these days. So in this video we are gonna talk about the depression. Let's get started with this video. So as I am talking about depression, the depression is saying like you lose all the interest in everything around you, every life, every person talking to you is like feels like worthless. At that time, I was depressed at the time of pandemic, all alone at home with parents who just taunt me a lot of time, and I was facing some financial crisis as well at that time. It's just I felt like very useless. What is going on to my life? What I'm doing nothing, stuck in my home. I tried to express myself. There was nobody. The friends of mine I used to talk before pandemic, but they were not talking with me, and I don't know why. So the reason then now these days they talk with me like so, but the reason was like I was all left alone with thoughts of mine. I used to sleep at 3 or 4 a.m. at morning with lots of thought going around my mind. So I was very messed up at that time, totally warm. I felt like warm. What this life come to? Why are people talking with me? Why are people arguing with me? What did this life come to? Everything around me was just utterly bullshit, which I felt currently also a lot of time whenever I heard people talking about their bullshit about what happened then this, that. Man, I don't care, man. Why are you talking with me? This kind of stuff. So, like, it's conversation. You have to hear that kind of thing with everybody in your family, with your friends, with any people you come across on the street are gonna talk bullshit a lot of times because communication is a lot of time for we interact with people with just bullshit talk a lot of time. Hi, how are you doing? Have you did your lunch, dinner, or breakfast? That's kind of modern talking. Depression is part of growing up in now these days. If you are in any age, it's not a big problem. Don't get stressed out about it. Like you are in depression, or people might tell you you look depressed. Why are you looking like that? What happened? What is the reason? But in reality, man, these guys are not really gonna care about that because your life is yours. There is theirs. There is nobody gonna come to help you except yourself. So you have to accept yourself. Basically, the cure for my depression was anime at that time. I do read mangas currently too. Like I, in my depression time, there is only one thing that helped me a lot, and that was anime. I started Naruto, and then there was Bleach. A lot of anime. I really get helped a lot with that anime. Some anime even made me depressed, like some movies about anime, but that was okay. And it was not really that kind of a bad experience with anime. Like it helped me to know a lot of people around me. Like if you are in depression state, you will observe people around you with different perspective. Like people, your perspective is gonna change. That's gonna not be same as usual people. Like normally people don't notice that thing, and you will be noticing these things, little small things you are gonna notice, and sometimes you're gonna talk with yourself, what this bullshit doing? Why are these guys are doing this thing, that thing? Why are whenever you are in conversation with people, you will get annoyed by people's talking, other people's talking, like why is he talking like that to me? Why is he bitching about that? Why why this why I'm standing right now? What I'm doing here right now? This kind of question gonna irritate you a lot of times. Try to listen to them and get rid of that situation you are in at that time. If you come across these kind of questions, like these questions are gonna annoy you until you left the place. If these questions are in your mind, this kind of thing, depression is also a part of maturing in your life. You can't say I have a depression. People don't talk about depression to people nowadays. Like in my country, basically this depression thing is people don't feel like, but in my generation people are really feeling these things. And these things are not really good for health. For some guys are committing suicides also in all over the world too with this depression thing. And it's not really good for you. If you lose interest in your life, then it's really hard to get hold of yourself in your life. Like I do lost interest in my life at that time, but I got meaning to it. Your life is different, mine is different, everybody is different. That's why we call our that's why we are humans, right? So it's just I have to say, you have to find your own solution for depression, which is gonna be reading. Reading might help you to know a lot of things which normal things like watching TV and movies are not gonna give you. So read a lot of books if possible. Like it's boring at times, but reading gonna give you a different perspective to the world, and that may change your view of it. So try to read books to cure depression instead of watching anybody's videos. Like this one is also the same. Don't hurt yourself by doing any bullshit. And if you are losing interest with people, just go by, talk with yourself more than anybody out there. So to cure depression, you might like to try anime if possible. If you might be, anime helped me a lot to cure my depression. But you can also read books. Like I do read at that time 2 books which changed my perspective about life, which are Intelligent Investor and as well as the Rich Dad Poor Dad book, which I liked a lot. Those book that Rich Dad Poor Dad is a book I really like a lot. So try to give it a try as well if you wanna know about your life, what you are stuck into, what your life mean come into. So try to find value into your life with yourself. That's all I have to say. So stay safe, try to be happy. I will not say happy, just try to be yourself instead of being somebody else. So that's all I have to say in this video. Bye bye. Take care. Yo.